the gateway to multidimensional consciousness. Before we dive into this profound exploration of multidimensional awareness, I want to remind you that this content is not just another video, it is a transformational experience. The insights shared here are not meant to be understood in a single sitting. This knowledge is deep, layered, and meant for those who are truly ready to expand their consciousness. If you find certain concepts challenging to grasp, that is completely natural. The more you listen, the more the ideas will reveal themselves to you. I highly recommend that you save this video, listen to it multiple times, and revisit previous videos in this series. Let the knowledge sink in beyond the surface level, allow it to be absorbed by your subconscious mind. If you are here, it is because you are among those who are ready to perceive beyond the ordinary, to go deeper into the mysteries of consciousness. So listen carefully, stay open, and let's begin. Throughout history, humanity has been trapped within the confines of a limited perception of reality. We have been conditioned to view time as linear, space as fixed, and consciousness as nothing more than the byproduct of brain activity. However, as our understanding deepens, we begin to see that reality is far more fluid, interconnected, and multidimensional than we ever imagined. The right brain, often dismissed in favor of the structured, logical processes of the left hemisphere, holds the key to unlocking higher awareness, accessing universal intelligence, and transcending traditional human limitations. It is not just a source of creativity, it is the bridge to multidimensional consciousness. In this next phase of awakening, we will explore the nature of multidimensional awareness and how it operates beyond linear time. The hidden capabilities of the right brain in perceiving layers of reality simultaneously. How ancient civilizations and mystics understood these higher states of consciousness. Scientific perspectives on time, space, and the non-local nature of awareness. Techniques to expand perception, awaken dormant abilities, and step into multidimensional consciousness. As we embark on this journey, it is essential to recognize that expansion is not about gaining new knowledge, but about dissolving old limitations. The mind does not need to reach outward, rather, it needs to remember the depth that already exists within. Are you ready to move beyond the constraints of ordinary perception? If so, let's begin. The nature of multidimensional awareness. To understand multidimensional consciousness, we must first redefine how we perceive reality. Most people view existence as a single timeline, moving from past to future, with only one real, present moment. But what if time is not linear? What if all moments exist simultaneously, and the mind simply tunes into different frequencies of experience? The truth is, reality is not a rigid construct, it is fluid, shifting, and dependent on perception. What we call past and future are merely different perspectives of the same vast field of existence. The right brain, unlike the left brain which categorizes and structures reality in a sequential manner, perceives wholeness, simultaneity, and interconnectedness. It does not see time as a road with a beginning and an end, but rather as a vast ocean where all moments exist at once, waiting to be accessed, breaking free from the illusion of linear time. Mystics, shamans, and spiritual adepts throughout history have described the ability to access past, present, and future as a singular continuum. This is not simply metaphorical, it reflects a profound shift in how the right brain processes time and space. Unlike the left hemisphere, which sequences events step by step, the right hemisphere operates on a level where time collapses into a single experience. This aligns remarkably with modern quantum physics. Scientists exploring quantum mechanics have proposed that time does not flow in a straight line but exists in a superposition of states, much like a wave function before observation. The famous double-slit experiment demonstrated that a particle exists in multiple places at once until it is observed, suggesting that our perception defines our reality. Similarly, near-death experiences, deep meditation states, and spontaneous mystical awakenings have led many to report stepping outside of time altogether, experiencing a vast interconnected field of knowing where the past and future exist not as separate events, but as part of a whole. If this is true, then the right brain, when fully activated, does not just imagine different possibilities, it experiences them directly, accessing information beyond the constraints of conventional thinking. This explains why highly intuitive individuals often describe receiving sudden insights, sensing future events, or understanding complex truths without needing logical reasoning. The brain is an antenna, tuning into higher frequencies. Many esoteric traditions have long suggested that the human brain functions more like a receiver than a generator of consciousness. Rather than producing thoughts, it tunes into different frequencies of awareness, much like a radio picking up signals from multiple stations. The right hemisphere, in particular, is thought to be attuned to higher vibrational frequencies, enabling access to states of expanded perception. This could explain why some people experience spontaneous visions, psychic downloads, or profound intuitive insights when they enter deep states of meditation or creativity. They are, in essence, shifting their consciousness to a different station of reality. Ancient traditions recognized this ability and cultivated methods to enhance it. The Akashic Records, Vedic and Theosophical traditions, a vast energetic library containing all knowledge of past, present, and future, accessible through deep right brain activation. Wu Wei, Taoist philosophy, a state of effortless action where the individual moves in complete harmony with the universe, attuned to the greater flow of existence. Zen Satori, Buddhist enlightenment, a sudden flash of realization where the individual directly experiences the unity of all things. Outside of logical reasoning, modern neuroscience supports these insights. Studies show that deep meditative states and altered consciousness increase activity in the right hemisphere, enhancing pattern recognition, intuitive leaps, and holistic understanding. This suggests that when the right brain is engaged, we may be able to access information beyond what traditional memory or sensory perception allows. The right brain and multidimensional perception. If the right brain is capable of tuning into higher frequencies, then what happens when we fully awaken its potential? We begin to experience reality not as a fixed structure, but as a dynamic interplay of multiple layers of existence. We start perceiving synchronicities, recognizing that certain events are connected beyond coincidence. We become more aware of energetic fields, sensing the emotions and thoughts of others without needing verbal confirmation. We develop a deeper sense of knowing, where understanding arises instantly rather than through analysis. We break free from the fear of the unknown, embracing life as an ever-unfolding mystery where we are active participants in shaping reality. How to activate multidimensional awareness. If the right brain is the key to perceiving beyond the limitations of linear thinking, how do we unlock its full capabilities? The following practices help shift consciousness into a multidimensional state of awareness. 1. Deep stillness and silence. The left brain thrives on constant mental noise, but the right brain flourishes in stillness. Spending time in absolute silence, whether through meditation or sensory deprivation, can unlock its deeper functions. 2. Lucid dreaming and hypnagogic states. The moments between wakefulness and sleep are a natural portal to higher awareness. Practicing lucid dreaming strengthens the ability to perceive multiple layers of reality simultaneously. 3. Immersion in nature. Nature operates in fractal patterns, mirroring the structure of higher consciousness. Spending time in forests, mountains, or by the ocean helps resync brainwaves to a more intuitive, holistic rhythm. 4. Sacred sound frequencies. Sounds like 432 Hz, 963 Hz, and 528 Hz have been linked to right brain activation, helping to harmonize consciousness with the quantum field. 5. Nonlinear thinking exercises. Engaging in activities that challenge sequential thinking, such as interpreting abstract art, free-flow writing, or studying sacred geometry, can strengthen the right brain's capacity for holistic perception. Stepping into a new reality. We are not limited to a single version of reality. The right brain is the key to unlocking the infinite layers of existence, revealing that we are more than just physical beings moving through time. We are multidimensional consciousness navigating an interconnected field of possibilities. As we awaken to this understanding, we begin to see that every thought, every choice, and every state of mind is shaping the reality we experience. The question is, what reality do you want to step into? Are you ready to let go of the constraints of linear perception and embrace the limitless nature of your awareness? The choice is yours. The role of the right brain in perceiving multiple realities. In the modern world, We are taught that knowledge is something to be acquired through study, repetition, and logical analysis. However, in many ancient traditions, wisdom is not gained, but received. This is the fundamental difference between left brain and right brain cognition. The right hemisphere does not engage in step-by-step reasoning. It downloads entire fields of knowledge in an instant. This is why great artists, inventors, and visionaries often describe moments of sudden inspiration, where ideas appear fully formed, as if arriving from another dimension. These experiences suggest that the right brain is attuned to a vast field of information beyond the limitations of individual memory. Many cultures have recognized this ability and developed techniques to access it. Ancient Egyptians believed in the concept of the Akashic records, a vast, etheric library containing all knowledge past, present, and future. Taoist sages described states of Wu Wei, where the individual moves in perfect harmony with the flow of the universe, without needing to think. Mystical traditions from Kabbalah to Zen Buddhism emphasize direct knowing, or gnosis, as a form of truth beyond logic. Modern neuroscience has begun to validate these ideas, showing that meditative states and altered consciousness increase activity in the right hemisphere, leading to enhanced intuition, pattern recognition, and nonlinear problem solving. If properly cultivated, the right brain could provide access to multidimensional experiences that transcend ordinary perception. Expanding awareness. How to unlock multidimensional consciousness. If the right brain is the gateway to expanded awareness, how can we train it to access higher states of perception? The key is learning to shift from left brain dominance to whole brain synchronization, allowing intuitive insights to flow effortlessly. Here are several powerful techniques. 1. Sensory deprivation and altered states. Practices such as float tanks, deep meditation, and darkness retreats silence left brain chatter, allowing the right hemisphere to expand its perceptual range. 2. Hypnagogic and hypnopompic states. The moments between wakefulness and sleep are known to be gateways to higher intelligence and non-local awareness. Learning to harness these states can unlock profound insight. 3. Quantum visualization. Instead of visualizing in a linear way, practice perceiving multiple possibilities simultaneously. This strengthens the right brain's ability to engage in multidimensional thinking. 4. Sacred sound frequencies. Specific frequencies, such as 963 Hz, the frequency of the divine, and 528 Hz, DNA activation, are believed to activate dormant regions of the brain and enhance multidimensional perception. 5. Nonlinear learning and pattern recognition. Engaging in practices that require holistic, nonverbal understanding, such as sacred geometry, symbolic interpretation, and abstract art, can significantly enhance right brain activity. As these techniques are practiced, individuals often report visions, heightened intuition, and experiences of time dilation, all of which point toward the right brain's ability to perceive reality beyond traditional constraints. Stepping beyond thought. The future of consciousness. We stand at the threshold of a profound shift in human awareness. For centuries, civilization has been shaped by left brain dominance, logic, hierarchy, and structured knowledge, but the future belongs to those who can integrate both hemispheres, bridging the gap between reason and intuition, science and mysticism, matter and energy. The future of intelligence is not just about faster thinking, it is about deeper experiencing. The next stage of human evolution is not technological, it is cognitive and spiritual. Beyond logic. The rise of experiential intelligence. Traditional education has conditioned us to seek knowledge externally, memorizing information, accumulating data, and analyzing facts. But in the coming age, true intelligence will not be measured by how much we know, but by how deeply we can experience reality. The right brain, when fully awakened, does not seek knowledge, it becomes it. Ancient wisdom has always emphasized direct experience over conceptual learning. The Zen master does not tell you what enlightenment is, he leads you to experience it. The Sufi mystic does not explain divine ecstasy, he invites you to feel it. The indigenous shaman does not teach you about nature, he helps you merge with it. This is where the future is headed. A world where knowledge is no longer a collection of facts, but a living field of awareness that we can step into. The right brain is the key to this transformation, And those who cultivate its powers will find themselves operating at a level far beyond conventional intelligence. The end of separation, unifying science and spirituality. One of the greatest misunderstandings in modern thought is the belief that science and spirituality are separate domains. In reality, they are two sides of the same coin. As our understanding of quantum physics, neuroscience, and consciousness deepens, we are beginning to see a convergence between ancient wisdom and modern science. Quantum mechanics reveals that the observer influences reality, mirroring the spiritual principle that consciousness shapes existence. Neuroscience confirms that deep meditation and altered states increase whole brain synchronization, leading to enhanced intuition, creativity, and insight. Studies on non-local consciousness suggest that the mind is not confined to the brain, but is part of a larger, interconnected field of intelligence. As more people awaken to this understanding, the artificial division between science and spirituality, mind and matter, self and universe will dissolve. We are moving toward a holistic paradigm, where intuition and intellect work together, rather than against each other. Multidimensional awareness, living beyond thought. If the future of consciousness is beyond thought, then how do we function in a world that still relies on thinking? The answer lies in expanding perception rather than abandoning logic. The left brain remains essential for practical navigation, but it must be guided by the greater intelligence of the right brain. Imagine living in a state where you no longer overthink, you simply know. Decisions arise spontaneously and effortlessly, without mental struggle. Creativity flows without force. Ideas manifest without resistance. You no longer feel separate from the universe. You feel as if you are part of its unfolding intelligence. This is not an abstract ideal. Many enlightened beings throughout history have described this state, and modern neuroscience is beginning to validate it. It is possible for all of us to reach this level of awareness if we train our minds to perceive beyond thought. The call to higher consciousness. We are not just evolving technologically, we are evolving cognitively and spiritually. The shift from left brain dominance to whole brain awareness is not just about becoming more intuitive, it is about becoming more human. The future belongs to those who can think beyond structure, feel beyond emotion, perceive beyond form, exist beyond thought. The choice is now before us. Remain confined within the walls of linear perception, or step into a limitless field of awareness, where knowledge is received rather than sought, and reality is experienced in its fullest expression. Are you ready to move beyond thought and step into a new paradigm of consciousness?